Hey, what's up guys? Big Hush here. Sorry for the vertical video. I know that's a no-no, but I'm on my lunch break and I just wanted to record this while I could. But I don't know if you saw the news yesterday on Facebook. JDF Studios, JDF posted this unfortunate message that he's gonna shut down the blank and supplies side of his shop and his online store. He's no longer going to provide blanks and straps and chevrons and all that good stuff that we order from him. Apparently this has to do with just drama in the community of mask blank makers, which I'm not really in touch with. You know, for the past 7 years, you know, if I don't use those cheap made in China blanks from eBay or whatever, I'm ordering from JDF. If I want something legit, good quality, and I need straps and chevrons and all that stuff, I've only ordered from JDF. So I'm pretty crushed to hear this news and see him talking like this, but I'm also not in touch with what's really going on in the community. I have heard from a lot of you've told me here and there over the years, but more recently when I posted this Facebook post from him on my social media channels, I've gotten messages from a lot of you kind of explaining how grimy the community gets on one another. And it's basically, from what I can tell, it's blank sellers going after each other for not being legit, or, you know, like JDF is talking about in this post, recasters and recasting, which from what I gather, there are legit mask blank sellers who use molds to make their masks that are from the original creators of the Jason mask that you see in the movies. Like, they go to the source of the mold and the mask where it originated, and that's what they make their blanks from and sell them. And this community knows who's legit and who's not. But then there's other guys who apparently order blanks from these legit blank sellers, then use that blank to make their own mold and recast them and start selling their own blanks, which obviously would degrade the quality and compromise how legit that blank is the more you recast it and remold it. And I think the community just really goes after each other if someone's doing something not quite right and not legit. From the stories I've heard, they go after their business and go after their money and their reputation and everything else. And it's just really fascinating for one thing, but unfortunate too. You know, I've never had any interest in making blank masks. I've only been interested in painting and customizing stuff, and that's it. And after seeing this post from JDF and another one this morning, just kind of getting an idea of what kind of drama and stress there is with it. I'm glad I've never tried to make blanks. You know, I'm not in touch with this community at all. 7 years ago, when I first looked up, you know, tips or some kind of resource for how to make your own Jason mask, I hit this one forum, this one blog, where they were discussing the best blank sellers and all this, and JDF Studios was the first one that came up. That's the one I went with. I've never looked anywhere else. I know there's other sellers and plenty of other resources for this stuff, but JDF is the only place I've used for the past 7 years. The first mask I ever made, the first video I ever made, the supplies came from JDF Studios. So I would not have this channel and this platform at the size that it is right now if JDF didn't exist. Now, of course, there's a possibility I would have stumbled on some other seller, but who knows? As it is, JDF is the reason that my channel exists as it is today, and all of you are even looking at my stupid face in this video right now. So this is devastating news to hear him talk about shutting down the shop and not selling blanks and supplies anymore. I hope this is him just blowing off steam, and I hope it's temporary. I hope it comes back. You know, it's very unfortunate this happens on the week of the last Friday the 13th of the year, and only a couple months before Halloween, which is, you know, obviously his most lucrative time of the year. But I would like to turn to you, because I did post this. You know, some of you may have seen that I posted this here on YouTube yesterday, just to get your feedback, and I also posted on Instagram and Twitter. And I've gotten a lot of messages and comments of what you guys know about what goes on in the community. It's very interesting to me. You know, please share in the comment section what you know about what goes on between these mask makers and stuff, and how grimy it can get, really, and just how mean some of these folks get with each other, because I find it fascinating. I find it very interesting. You know, it's unfortunate, but it's very interesting that this goes on. I've never tapped into the community, for one, because like I said, I never wanted to make blanks and stuff, so I never got that far into it. But there have been several masks that I've made where I'm trying to make it look like the movie. But for the most part, as long as it gets really close, I don't care about every little detail. And I think this community is very, very involved with the accuracy and being 100% legit to the movie, and every detail is analyzed of these masks. Whereas me, you know, if I can order something top quality from JDF and make a mask out of that, that's awesome. And if it looks really close to the movie, that's great. But if I missed a scratch, if I got a color tone wrong, whatever, as long as the mask looks cool to me, I'm good. And as you've seen, I go to town on the blank made in China masks. You know, as long as I can make the mask look cool, I'm a happy camper, so I can't get into the same mentality of being so into the accuracy and legitness, for lack of a better word, of this stuff, that I would actually go after someone else's reputation or their business and be that underhanded with how I approach that. I don't know. Again, I've had glancing blows with this throughout the past 6 or 7 years. This seems primarily geared towards the people making blanks, but the one close call I got, I guess, with, or the few close calls I've gotten with the community of super intense, accurate Jason mask customizers and recreators, is anytime I make a mask that's based on a movie. And that's why I don't like doing it. I've had much more fun doing masks that are my own concepts or crazy concepts, because no one can say this is how it should have been. But when I make a mask that's based on a movie, all of a sudden I have quite a few experts who jump in the comment section and tell me how bad of a job I did, how many details I missed, how inaccurate my mask is. And it just frustrates me, because I don't need that. You can just say, hey, the real mask is this way and that way. You don't have to say, wow, your mask looks like trash because you missed this scratch on the left cheek, or you did this, you didn't pick the exact right color tone of spray paint, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if this is the same, if those guys are from the same community or not, but that's like the slight touch that I've gotten. Also, when I made my Never Hike Alone mask, I received messages about the person I bought that blank from, which I don't know. I don't know any of these makers personally. I don't know anything about it. When I get the blank, I'm just looking for, does that blank look right to me? Does it look cool? Is it affordable? Is it easy for me to purchase? Good, I'm gonna get it. But it is interesting how when I did that Never Hike Alone mask, I was getting messages about, hey, that guy you bought that from, such and such, and I don't know what's real and what's not, because I'm not a part of it, so I'm not gonna get into any of that. And then also, I was given blanks and told, if you make any copies of this and try to sell blanks based on this one, there's gonna be big trouble. And I didn't ask questions. All I said was, don't worry about that. All I'm gonna do is paint that sucker. But it just definitely piqued my interest. It's wild to me. So any information you can provide, I don't know if this is like mafia level, to where if you say too much, someone's gonna come kill you. I don't know how deep this gets and how serious it gets. From what I've heard, it's mainly a kind of just a trash talking and business affecting type of drama and stress, people just slandering each other and just giving completely unnecessary stress, from what it sounds like, to other people trying to do the same thing out there. So I don't know, but this is so unfortunate. I really hope JDF comes back. I've loved everything I bought from him, never had a problem with any transactions. And I know, I've referred him to all of you countless times on this channel. I mean, I don't know how many thousands of people I've told, go to JDF Studios. That is the source for your blanks and your supplies and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's unfortunate, but we'll just have to see how it unfolds. I would love to hear your commentary and know what you think about this in the comments section. Thanks for watching, guys.